G'day guys, it's Dutchy. Welcome to another episode of the Mill Railway Company. For those of you who've been following along, you'd remember last episode we started the refurb of the driver's car.
One of the most exciting parts of the build so far was fitting the wood pieces. Now it's really starting to look like a carriage again.
If you haven't seen it yet, I'd recommend watching it first. On today's episode we continue with the refurb, installing the electrical system and the bogies. I'd like to thank Roger from Mini Train Systems for the support that he's given me in getting back on track. Pun totally intended. Give this video a big thumbs up, click on the subscribe button and hit that bell. It would really help the channel. Thank you. This week, I find myself back at Roger's home workshop to work on the driver's car for my Baldwin locomotive. I need to get it ready for the Orange All-Comers Day, which by the time this video comes out, will already have been.
If I only had a brain! Luckily, this one's nearly ready to go into the locomotive. Bogie installation is fairly simple. You push the main pin through the chassis and secure it with an R-clip, then put in a bolt for the brake lever and you're done. After we dropped in a couple of batteries, it was time to fit the main switch. Unfortunately, it wouldn't sit flush to the sidewall due to an internal brace, so we spaced it out with some washers, and now it sits parallel.
So, this bloke just walked over. Hi John.
You're doing step 5 before you've done step 3.
Do you have the brain? No.
No, I have the mounting bracket for the brain.
The mounting bracket for the brain goes all the way at the bottom, right underneath what Roger and I have just fitted, so we need to remove it.
Don't! If you don't have the space to turn a standard tapping handle, just put the tapping bit into a cordless drill. You can thank me later.
You have to do them right up, just make sure that they all go in.
Yeah.
That's where your second row's going to
No project is complete without proper cable management. First, John is marking the locations where he's going to center punch, and then we drill the holes for some zip ties to keep everything nice and tidy.
Pretend that I'm doing things.
that the 24 volt here and the 12 volt here go through the switch.
Yep.
That 12 volt doesn't go through the switch.
Okay.
And that's what provides power to your vacuum brakes and to your taillights from your riding car.
This is one chunky soldering iron. I think it was around 300 watts. We needed a very broad tip and that much power to make sure the solder penetrated right into where we joined the wires. Once we were happy with the solder penetration, it was heat shrink time. The process was repeated a number of times to build 12 and 24 volt circuits. Here's how it looked once the wiring was completed. You can see the batteries are even plugged in. We added all the wiring for the taillights and vacuum pump, even though they won't be fitted for some time yet.
Ow.
I didn't feel a thing.
Here's John cleaning up the mounting plate for the brain. It's looking much better than the metal it was cut from. Slap on a little undercoat, and we're nearly done. This is the point at which things get really exciting. We've loaded the locomotive chassis and are bringing over the driver's car for final assembly and testing. Batteries get dropped in and connected. A quick test of the drive system. It's alive! And we're ready to drop the cab on and drive the train into the trailer.
Well, there's a lot more work to be done on the driver's car, and I haven't even started refurbishing the locomotive. I did get to cut a few laps out at Orange. Look out next week for the video on the Orange All Comers Day. Until then, see you next time.